Trey,
Y'all, this is too much.
fucking me up, Trey. I mean,
Yup, Trey.
little Juan.
Juan,
Echo.
no. Hey,
Butt cheeks.
I'm Juan Gonzalez.
I can't do this. I swear. My ADD cannot do this because every time I know it's Trey, but I still like.
Huh? Who's
Trey, I'm Juan Gonzalez.
Excuse me,
that?
sir. You are an imposter. You are.
You're the imposter,
You
sir.
are suffering from imposter syndrome.
All right, so be honest. If you had to shoot one of us, which one would you shoot? Obviously, the other
the one on the bottom. Clearly, the one on the bottom.
Nope.
The little
Nope.
one.
That's
Yep,
not the
that's
one.
the one to shoot.
You're one. You're one. Are there any other wands I should know
There's
about?
a whole lot of ones.
One on one right now.
We're normal. We swear, people. We swear. All right. We're live also.
Only
Yeah,
sometimes.
sometimes. Not very often.
Yes, I just got the notification.
Yeah, we are live. We are living. Welcome everybody to Con Culture.
Con Culture
Podcast. Fucking Trey, you're tripping me up. You're causing me to trip up on my own intro here. Welcome everybody.
Trey, you're back.
Oh, there he is. Hey, you put the one ring on.
He's back.
You put the one ring on, and I
Yep.
just didn't know. I couldn't know who you were.
The ring is mine.
Cast it into the fire. I'm done. I'm done. I can't even.
It's here,
It's you, dude. I gotta relaunch this restream chat because I can't even right now. All right.
Webcam,
What?
All right, Karen.
Everything's working. I think it's working. All right. We are live from what I can see, from what the stream is telling me. We are streaming the everything to everywhere. What? Start replay buffer? I'm learning there's new buttons on OBS. And I want to play with them, but I don't want to do that on the live show.
Don't touch the shiny button.
But you are.
No,
But you are.
No, because with my luck, it'll
Stop.
like replay everything back or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Stop touching things.
Sit down.
Same.
Knew that.
Don't worry.
So.
We have a guest, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen and ladies. Welcome, welcome, welcome our guest to the show. We have at Telamations on Instagram, and it's the same on TikTok. Am I not right? I think I'm right.
I had to add an underscore on my username for some reason, so whoever has Telamations.
You are an imposter and a
after them,
poser,
it's cast.
and give it back. Just like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't let it.
You gotta pay big money for that underscore.
Exactly. So,
I remember that drawing.
yeah, speaking of drawing, you, sir, are an illustrator. But I want to talk about your cosplay stuff because you recently started posting more cosplay content than you did illustration content. So give us, that's the way we'll start. We want to know your cosplay origin story. How did you get into cosplay?
Well, I think probably started the same way most people get into it, with like closet cosplay or dress as close as I can to the original Tobey Raimi Spider-Man movies, and it would be dead obvious because I'd also just have a Spider-Man shirt on. And then a bit before pre-COVID Halloween, Wish sent me an offer of a $12 Far From Home suit.
And did you do it?
Yeah,
That's a deal.
I did do it.
How did it come out?
I also got stuck in
How did it come
Huh?
out?
it was $12.
That was the best answer you could have given. How was it? It was $12.
Come on, Juan.
You take a wild guess.
Don't make me take over for you, Juan.
Still. You never know. It could be like a holy shit. It was a $12 suit, but pretty badass.
I was hoping, I had high hopes. The review photos looked good. I want to know who took them. They're liars.
It was one of those don't trust what you see on the internet situations. Oh.
Exactly. Always read the reviews and still don't trust them.
So did you take photos?
It's like he got
Yeah, you got
catfished,
catfished
basically.
by a suit.
Yeah, I did. So unfortunate. I did take
Beautiful
been there.
thing. No dice.
most of the photos were taken by my friend because we went to a mall, and you know those little cars that like are there for like that you put a quarter in and for kids to go into. I went into one and got stuck.
Oh no.
This is not having the best of luck when you first tried cosplay. You bought a $12 suit off Wish, and you got stuck in a car on your first photo shoot.
Yes.
It's a great
Yeah,
memory, though.
it's a story you can keep telling.
It was. The photos have it look like I'm having fun, but in actuality, I'm just stuck and it's pinching. So I'm just like, this is how it happens.
This is where it ends.
Great.
And was some kid waiting to get on the car? Like, come on, it's my turn.
Ooh, it's Spidey.
Spider-Man breaks toy car.
That's the headline. Spider-Man breaks toy car.
He's a menace.
Spider-Man steals toys from kids. He's a menace. So you did your Spider-Man cosplay, and it was complete $12 tragedy from what it sounds like. Your first photo shoot went wrong. What'd you think after that? Did you want to continue doing cosplay? Was it still an element of like, this is pretty fucking awesome. Like, this is really cool getting to cosplay Spider-Man, even in a $12 suit.
It was, but when I actually started wanting to do TikTok cosplay, I realized the issue of since it was $12, the red was really faded.
Don't look good on camera, huh?
Yeah, no, so I had to like find every filter just to layer it on so it actually looks red.
Well, that's a smart low-tech solution. That's pretty savvy, actually. So your $12 suit looked like a $22 suit after that.
You know, my biggest concern with this story of this suit is like, how see-through is it? Because if it's already fading and the colors, I'm like, can you see your drawers while you're wearing it? Like,
is it?
I feel like it's faded out to the point where you're like, it's not really here anymore.
Did you have a situation like that?
No, the suit fixed itself, so it was more faded when it was like stretched and I was wearing it. So what the suit decided to do is just start ripping from the back.
Of course. So, are you saying, is it the suit you currently like have been posting photos of?
No, it was the first one from like months ago. It was a Far From Home suit.
So it just ripped on you.
And yeah, it just started ripping, like the zipper wouldn't work.
Were you like, I paid $12 for you, come on!
It's like the first things I hear that go. It's like the gloves, and then the zipper, and then a hole in the back
zipper
somewhere.
Stitches.
Oh, the
hole right above the butt.
Yep.
Like right above the butt, right between the zipper.
Exactly. That's exactly where
Brittany
it happened.
knows, man. She's seen many a zipper go pop. Haven't you, Brittany?
Yeah, that's why I double enforce it when I make mine now.
So, when did you get your new Spider-Man suit, and where did you get that one from? Like, when did you decide to upgrade? How did that come about?
The first one I decided to get was from Heroes Time, which is where most people seem to get theirs. It was the Ultimate Comics Spider-Man suit, which I mainly got because it was a clear, bright red. So I just had to make sure the colors were right this time. And it was like a deal with free shipping over $50, and it was 100 and something, so it was already just going to be good.
That's a pretty sweet-ass deal.
That's a big-ass upgrade.
So you decided to not spend $12 this time, read the reviews, take other people's advice, and you got... Could you, like, instantly tell a difference when you put the suit on?
Yeah, because that fabric just didn't...
You what, Britt?
Yeah, the fabric.
I was going to say, like, just the way it feels, you wouldn't even have to put it on to know.
Yeah. I actually had to wait a bit after I got the suit because I realized probably why a lot of cosplayers don't have the mask on in their videos is because a face shell is very important.
Oh, for sure. Oh yeah.
So were you like, oh great, new suit, all right, suiting up, you're about to put on the headpiece, you put it on and you get that warped looking, not quite what you wanted to be.
You see his lips under it.
Spider-Man
against the wall, like
eyeballs are all shifted.
Yeah, your features are all shifted underneath the mask. So was it kind of like a damn it moment?
Yeah, but luckily I found like one on AliExpress that shipped within a week. Not the best quality. It wasn't $12.
You learned your lesson on those?
Learned my lesson. It was like 30 something, but it was longer than my face.
Yeah.
So the bottom of the eyes was like at my eye line.
you had to like look up a few times.
Yeah, so I would just film like, let's see, can I see just looking down but eyes up, full Kubrick stare.
Yeah, so all of your first TikToks, I'm assuming, were like, hey guys, it's Spider-Man. How are you?
Yeah, you could just see me like going like this, and my friend was like, Spider-Man is walking around with swagger, and I'm like, no, I'm just blind.
I've always wondered that, like, how does Spider-Man see? I'm like, no, he's got the good lenses and everything, but even then, it's like,
you gotta think visibility in that thing is shitty, man.
Oh, yeah, I recently actually got a face shell that is closer to my face shape. You can't really see it. Oh, no.
If you put it on, we might be able to see it. Put it on your face, like hold it up to yeah, we can see it really good when you hold it up to your face. There you go.
Yeah.
Are you able to see better out of that one?
Yeah, the eye holes are like huge.
Those are my favorite lenses, though.
Yeah.
The pop-up one.
Oh, yeah.
So you...
And that style.
You're putting some work into your Spider-Man now. So you got a new suit, new face shield. How you feeling in it? Was it now, once you got the face shield, you completed your cosplay, was it a feeling of just badassery at that point?
It really was. Because, like, I got a new suit beforehand. Because it was a buy one, get one free. So like I saw that deal and I'm like, is this a lie? Like, what
is this like the $12 suit? Like, what exactly am I getting free here?
You get a free $12 suit with this
one. You get a free napkin.
You get one from our sister site.
So, which ones did you get? Which suits did you end up getting?
2 different Scarlet Spider suits.
Nice.
Okay.
One, it's a more modern version of the like blue sweatshirt over the red leotard, and then the other one is more big chest spider, kind of Superior Spider-Man-ish.
So how did you like those? How did those fit and feel?
They were nice, but I noticed the difference between where I got those, which was Zentai Zone and Heroes Time, is that if you order with soles on time, so you can, Zentai Zone doesn't.
All right.
So I have to put the suit
inside out. You broke up a little bit. If you order for what from Zentai Zone?
Shoes in the suit. On Heroes Time, they'll put a zipper in, so you can put your foot, like help open the shoe up so you can put your foot in. Zentai Zone doesn't, so you have to put the suit on inside out.
And then you just have to peel yourself up into it. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I look reverse banana.
That's why I usually don't do it the shoe build-in. I do it the sole attachment, where like literally like the sole is like attached at the bottom instead of them sliding in like the shell, shoe shell. Like, I like this personally. Like, I know it probably makes your feet a little, and Spider-Man's feet like look perfect, but like for me as a girl, I'm like, nobody's gonna notice my feet are tiny. Like, just stick to the sole.
So how long ago did you start cosplaying?
More not consistently, more actual cosplay rather than closet cosplay, I would probably say, ooh, the day after Sonic came out last year.
Oh man. So,
So almost a year.
have you been to a con in cosplay yet?
No, but
My man. My dude, that you're in for a treat. Like you think you feel like
You'll be on another
it's
level.
a whole different high from just putting on the cosplay. Like you feel cool being in a cosplay. I know when I did my Maui, I felt pretty freaking awesome, and I'm sure these two, they've done a bunch of cosplays. You always feel cool, but nothing beats that first, oh my god, can I get a picture with you?
Nothing beats a kid running up to you and you are that character. Like there's no convincing them otherwise. You're Peter Parker. You're Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I did a birthday party for my cousin's kid, and I kept the mask and face shield on the whole time.
Oh gosh.
Wasn't the smartest
Super hot and
idea
sweaty?
because like when I went home, took it off, I'm just like, I look like I showered, but only from the neck up.
Oh, I bet it smelled ripe. That.
I don't know. I just took it off and just like immediately got out of the suit. I'm like, I'm done.
That's kind of what.
That's a mood. Now imagine doing that at a con.
Walking around a convention center at a con.
Not at a con, like at the con hotel when you're completely and utterly exhausted. That's the best feeling. Just throw it off and just freaking flop right on one of those hotel beds. Like, oh, I want it to end.
So MindFreak16 on Twitch says, Nick, I'll take you to Fanime. Fanime.
Oh, I know who that is. That's my cousin whose kid I went to the birthday at.
Well, now you're gonna get a trip to Fanime for doing the.
Well,
gig.
he just heard what you said.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold him to it. As long as only one Fanime is safe to go to.
It's gonna be great, man. Cons are, when they come back, they're just gonna be so much fun. I know we're going to be traveling around the country, going to different cons in different states, and just having fun with everybody that we gotten a chance to interview in the meantime. So how are you liking cosplaying on TikTok? What's that like?
It's really fun because like the community, or at least what I've had interactions with, has been pretty solid, except for a funny one I had recently where someone says I'm not a cosplayer because I don't look like the character.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then I just replied with, "Look at Hugh Jackman's height and Wolverine's
Totally
height."
different. You're about a foot off.
That fun story about that. Hugh Jackman went to San Diego Comic-Con in full Wolverine costume, and someone walked by him and was like, "Pretty good, too short though." So yeah.
So you're in good company getting criticized, man. Yeah, like you're.
So before you move on real quick, it just was posted, Gina Carano fired from Star Wars The Mandalorian.
Oh,
wait, hold on. Like actually,
we'll be talking about that definitely. That'll be on the news from the interwebs. That's gonna be a topic we got to discuss because I don't agree with that at all. So, yeah, don't agree with it. She's amazing. So. You're enjoying the TikToks. You're enjoying doing cosplay.
Yes.
I agree. The TikTok community is generally pretty awesome. You get pretty supportive. And what kind of motivated you to cosplay? Were you a fan of other cosplayers on TikTok or other cosplayers on Instagram, and that kind of got you into it?
A bit. Before I actually started like consistently watching TikTok, I would just watch random costume skit videos. Like there was one back when I was younger called Key of Awesome, and they just did like fun parodies of like movies. And when I saw that basically the same thing on TikTok, I'm like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah, I could create some micro content.
Yeah, and seeing how creative people get in 60 seconds or 15 seconds if they forget to change the time is pretty. Yeah, I've done too many like kept on 15 seconds. But yeah, seeing all the creativity that people do and not just their costumes that they create, but how they make the actual TikToks. Like I've seen people recreate scenes from movies. Like I've seen people recreate the "Where's Gamora" from Infinity War.
Yeah.
Why is Gamora?
Why is Gamora? I love that scene. Drax is golden. So you're enjoying doing the TikToks. You're getting good support from the people of TikTok. What do you want to do? What do you want to take this cosplay? Do you want to continue doing TikToks? Do you want to also branch on Instagram? What are you doing with your cosplay? And also follow-up question, the illustrations. What do you like? I'm jealous of all artists, first of all. And your fan art's pretty cool. Your celeb art, like your illustrations are dope. Which one? I'll switch up the question. Which one do you like more right now? Cosplaying, because you're putting a lot of cosplay content. Cosplay or illustration work? Because I first knew you from your illustrations.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people know me, is through illustrations. Like I've had TikTok cosplayers see my fan art shared by other TikTok cosplayers and then follow me, and I'm just like,
whoa,
what?
That's pretty cool.
How did that happen?
Yeah, because I saw you did a piece on Jensen and Jared, who are freaking sweethearts. They are amazing. They're super cool people.
Oh,
yeah. We had them on the show, and they're just awesome as can be. Same thing with Jennings.
Yeah, I think that was one of the first episodes I watched. It was either that or David Midwest Avenger.
Yes.
What?
He's a fun guy.
That was a fun one. Everyone's power went out that episode.
Everyone. Is that the one where Brittany's power went out and like
Yep.
she was getting hailstorms on the window and stuff, and we were just powering
At
through.
one point, it was literally just me and David, just like, yeah, so Kingdom Hearts 3. Have you played it?
Nope.
Me either. All right.
I remember that.
Well, like literally, and right behind me is like the biggest glass window. So when it hailed, it was like just like it just sounded like rounds just being fired off, and then my internet was going out. And then even if when I came back, it was just like I was a noisy mess.
That was a fun episode.
Like, what?
So Nicholas saw that episode and was like, "This show's cool. I'll watch it."
our shit show episode.
I always forget the time difference because I'm just like, okay, it's not actually at 8:30 or the time you guys post, and then next week comes and I'm like, sweet, 8:30, and then I hop on and it's like, bye guys.
Oh, that's horrible.
Gotta start.
You know what? I'm gonna
zone
start doing that because I am forgetting that we have people on the East Coast that like to consume it and people on the West. So I will be doing that from now on, Nicholas. You are the reason we're gonna have time zones on everything. But I'm gonna instead of hogging all the questions, I'm gonna let Brittany ask you a question first, and then we'll see what Trey wants to ask. Brittany, what question do you have for our guest?
All right. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Okay. If money was no object, what cosplay would you want to do?
I think I have to go with the Raimi Spider-Man 2 suit.
Nice. With the full texture and everything? You want the...
Yeah, full urethane webbing, the eyes.
That's badass. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Pretty gonna crap. Nice.
Because, like, I love at the beginning when he saves the kids and the kids call him Mr. Spider-Man. Because I'm just like, that's so adorable.
100%. And that's a classic suit, man. It's a classic suit and a classic look. I hope we get to see it again soon in action. Yeah. What about you, Trey? What question do you have for our guest, Nicholas?
All right. This is a very important question, and this is also an honor for our missing castmate tonight.
Yeah.
This is a very, very important question. If you were a Girl Scout cookie, which one would you be? Not rush into this.
I'm
Do not take us lightly.
I love that it's taking me longer to think of this one than the Spider-Man one.
It's a very important question.
It really. I was thinking Thin
A lot
Mints,
about a person.
Thin Mints.
Yep.
Okay.
but like a Thin Mint Oreo combo.
Oh, nice. Going hybrid.
I like where you had
it.
that.
I like it. So,
Yeah. Sounds
Krista
delicious.
actually just commented. That's CRISPR14, I believe, on Instagram. She said, joined hella
Hey.
late, but hey, I know this guy, the Peter Parker to my MJ/Gwen sometimes. Great cosplays, my dude.
Hey,
Already with the compliments.
thank you.
Yeah, no, man. That's why I wanted to have you on the show, because your energy is great. You're like super supportive of other people's cosplays. You're in the comments. You're consuming their content. You're showing them love. You're collaborating. Like, it's a lot of cool stuff that you do. So I was like, I definitely want that energy. And I just want to get to meet the guy because you're awesome in interactions online. So I was like, why not? He started cosplaying. It's right up our alley. So I was excited.
So far, he's given the best answer in a show I've ever
Which
heard.
one? The Girl Scout one?
It's $12.
It's $12. That's going to be a classic. I'm going to use that as a highlight reel.
That's going to be the
I'm
title
gonna,
of the
I'm
show.
going to have to cut that clip. It's $12.
$12.
It's $12. That is probably the greatest answer. So let's leave Nicholas alone a little bit and let's talk about the topics of the week. Like, we had some news. We had some cool going on. Let's see what's our first topic here. Oh, it's Marvel news. So first thing we're going to start with, we're not going to spoil anything for Brittany yet. We're not talking WandaVision. We'll give her a warning so she can mute us beforehand. But I want to talk about the Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer. Like, did everybody see that on the Super Bowl? I love how they just bought 30 seconds though on the Super Bowl and was
Go online and see the full commercial. It's like, what? I want it
full trailer
now.
online. Go check it out.
Don't make me do things.
Look, COVID, times are tough, man. We can only afford the 30.
I was expecting 3 trailers from Marvel for Super
Same.
Bowl.
I was expecting at least one more Black Widow, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and maybe a Loki. Give me another Loki trailer. Like, what were you expecting, Nick?
I think they want to stay away from Black Widow
I
trailers.
want a She-Hulk trailer. That's what I want.
Ooh, I don't even know if they've started filming that. I think it started production, but I'm not 100% sure. King,
Did they even cast?
I don't know. Kong or Godzilla? Mind Freak wants to know our position on this. This is very important. I'm Kong.
All right, this is very. Now, let me make the first
Okay, go
statement.
ahead, go ahead.
Let me make the first statement. Kong is monk. Godzilla is not a monk.
Ooh. I haven't taken that into my debates. That flips everything.
I'm with Gigi. I'm sorry, but you know what apes do? They fling poo. That's right. They fling poo.
Like Godzilla thinks he's all cool with his nuclear blast and shit like
One
that.
poo in the
Till he
eye.
catches some poo in the eye, he ain't seen shit.
Oh, he is seeing shit.
I'm going with Godzilla because it's made in
Oh,
Japan.
get out of here, you weeb. No, I'm sorry, but if it gets doo-doo in its eye, there's no way to clean it out. Pink eye's a killer, guys. It really is. Godzilla's going down if he gets an infection. It's not going to end well for him.
Plasma blast, I think.
It's not an
too. I
instant
don't
kill.
think it's quite up there with poop slinging, but I'm pretty sure plasma blast are up
See,
there.
but he may win
Not
the
an
fight, but he's going to lose his life also with that poop in the eye. I'm just saying.
You brought a windblower to a shit show. I don't think that's going to go that way.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
Godzilla.
so we're divided up the middle.
For a similar reason, you think Kong.
Why do you think Godzilla's going to shit on King Kong? Because that's my reason.
No,
That
okay.
would be such a twist. Because when they open up, they finally fight. And you're like, okay, it's time. It's time for King Kong to throw his poo at Godzilla. Godzilla throws his poo at him. Beats him to it.
All right. So then, right, if we're slinging poo, right, and Godzilla technically can breathe underwater, and he's like, "Ooh, nasty, man!" So he just grabs Godzilla. He's like, "We're gonna take a bath." Godzilla, I mean, he can't hold his breath underwater
Kong
forever.
can't hold his breath. You're saying, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
other way around. Yeah, other way
Damn,
around.
he could drown him.
Yeah, where's the fight? Is the fight in the
He could drown
jungle?
him.
Is it in the city? Is it underwater?
I'm thinking Zilla's gonna
Are
pull a
important
skunk
factors.
move.
A skunk move? He's gonna spray him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's gonna spray like toxic fumes out of like his tail, like a skunk.
And he's just gonna be like, "Oh shit, this smells awful."
One's launching poo and the other one's
I
letting
think we
out
just
gas,
made the best movie
is what
ever,
you're telling
guys.
me. We're literally gonna go watch Beavis and Butthead. That's what we're
But
saying.
what if
Are we
I'm
against
not.
instead
that
of
though?
fighting, they kiss?
Ooh, I like where you're going.
No.
Are you shipping them right now?
What a dramatic end.
And then Mothra
Zilla-
shows up and is their love child.
Okay. So now we're going into great storytelling.
It comes out like an
It's gonna be like Twilight, but mega monsters.
Mind Freak sent this show into a whole other direction. We were on Falcon. So to come fly back full
God.
circle,
So sorry.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm excited as frick. Baron
Oh.
Zemo, we finally got to look at the purple mask. That was badass. I mean, this is, in my opinion, the only villain in the MCU that succeeded. His goal was to break up the Avengers, and they never reformed after him. Baron Zemo accomplished his goal and got his revenge and destroyed the Avengers from the inside. So I like it. I'm glad he's back. I think he's an amazing villain for this show. And I love the tone between these guys. Like that staring contest. Oh my God.
Just love that they're in couples
Yes!
therapy.
They're in couples therapy and they get into a staring contest. Like it's perfect Marvel action
favorite-
comedy.
Favorite part was, "What's your plan?" Just stares at him
Yeah.
and then just jumps out. Just totally Captain America.
He's so mad too. He's like, I got a plan. What is it? He's so pissed. What about
You can't be the next Captain America if you don't jump
damn
out of
the
a plane.
rules? Damn
Like-
the rules. Those are the rules, my guy.
What I've noticed in the trailer, though, it looks like maybe he doesn't know how to use the shield right away. I mean, of course he doesn't know how to use it right away, but maybe it's not his preferred choice. Maybe like he has this imposter syndrome with the
It
shield
looks like
or
he's
something.
struggling with it.
Or
Like, it's not
maybe the
worth it.
shield is like the hammer and it's not letting him be worthy yet quite to be held of the shield. Because, I mean, let's think about this. If Captain America became worthy to hold Thor's hammer, right? What if, like, that transitioned to him, like, anything he uses now needs, like, a permission status in order
I think it would need to be. I think it would need a spell from Odin to do that. But
Yeah.
Unless it was made in Nivellier.
that's true. No, Tony made it because Tony gave it to him out of the trunk.
Howard.
Well,
Tony's
Howard
dad made it.
But yeah. I thought it was.
It's my father's shoe.
Cleaned it.
Don't brag. I didn't bring enough for everybody. I love that line when he. So that show is gonna be awesome, and it finishes. It starts as soon as WandaVision ends, so we don't have to go long. I honestly believe that we're gonna have an MCU Marvel show pretty much every day, every week this year almost. Because think about it, they have about 5 shows.
Back
So
to
I
back
think
to
if they
back.
do them back to back to back, and after Falcon and Winter Soldier, we get Loki, and then we get hopefully a Black Widow release in the summer, and we roll right into She-Hulk and Moon Knight, and we could fill out the whole year with some amazing Marvel content. Yeah.
We need it.
Well, the thing I'm excited about, and you can mute yourself, Brittany, because we all saw WandaVision. You can just like take them out. I'll give you the hand signal. All right, so we all saw WandaVision, and
Yes.
episode 5. Holy shit! We got answers. We got more questions. We got Quicksilver. We got the kid back in the, but it's not our Quicksilver from the film. That's the thing. We didn't get what's his shit. I forget the actor's name. Trey, you know his name.
He was
Yeah.
recasted.
Yeah,
Evan
Peters
Yeah.
was who popped up, not the other actors who I was lost on.
They fooled us though. They fooled the hell out
That
of us. So
back
they did
shot
that
of the
back
head?
shot where he has like
Yup.
the two-toned hair. And it's like, oh, didn't
That
see that
backdrop?
coming.
I actually thought it was gonna be Magneto for a
Ooh,
second.
That would I didn't know who it
That
was
would've
gonna
been-
be, But the moment I saw the back of the head, all right, Trey, you can take it down because Brittany's gonna see it. But the moment I saw him right there,
Yeah.
and me and my son lost our shit. Like, we screamed top of our lungs, Super Bowl style. Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Like, we lost it straight up. And afterwards,
Well, that build up to it.
yeah, because there's already tension with Wanda and Vision starting
Vision's
to figure
already
shit
like,
out.
what are you doing?
Yeah, he's starting to figure shit out, and they have this whole confrontation where they levitate, and it's like, you can't control me, and she's like, can I? Which was pretty boss. But how badass was the scene though of Wanda going outside the bubble? Like, we finally get to see her flex, like really flex on him, and just all those guns pointed at her. She's telling them straight out. I thought it was horrible how she went in and she just stole Vision's body. Like, it was horrible that they were tearing him to pieces.
Yeah.
And we got like essentially a grieving widow. Like, she's heartbroken over him. And if you had all the power in the world and you were grieving over a loved one, you would probably do some Wanda type shit too. I'm just saying. So,
yeah.
What did you think, Nicholas, when you saw this episode and the series as a whole?
Series as a whole, I've been loving because I don't know why, but like I started my like TV watching with shows that the first 2 episodes were based on. Like, I remember watching Dick Van Dyke show on YouTube in like 440p. And then just like as a whole, since it's looking like Wanda's gonna be a villain, this is probably like the best reverse redemption. Like, she started questionable, became good, and now she's just gonna murder.
Straight off the deep end.
Yeah, she's becoming what they're afraid of.
Yes, 100% becoming what they're afraid of, because these people are held against their will. Like when Norm wakes up, he's like, I gotta call my family. I gotta, please, no. And Vision just turns him back off. It hurts. It does. It hurts. He's like, it hurts.
Vision is the best tech support.
Yes.
He's just like, it's like Norm's crashing.
He just resets. And I love the glitches in the show, the cuts where like the show's going off track and then they just, like Agnes with the babies. She's like, I'm sorry, do you want me to take it from the top? Do you want me to little moments like that add an element of Black Mirror level creepy and just unnerving. Ooh. It's very Black Mirror to me. Like when he was choking in one of the first episodes where he's choking, and then Wanda's just like, Vision, help him. It's more of a command than a request. And he just gets up and does it. Moments like that are really creepy, and then it just resets and everybody's hunky-dory and it was all fine the whole time. Agnes lady, I have theories about that. Do y'all have any theories on Agnes? Because everybody seems to have the same one.
Oh no, I just wanted to. Both me and Mind Freak were both questioning why she was acting like that while watching the babies, like why she was jazzercising with the babies.
Yes. but they age up, and she's like, "Oh, kids, just drinking like it's nothing, like it's normal." So I don't know if that's part of the mind control, or what other people are theorizing. She's a witch. Other people are theorizing she's a witch that is basically made a deal with Mephisto, and Mephisto is the one really pulling the strings. There's also the theory that Quicksilver isn't really Quicksilver, it's Mephisto popping up because he's snapping her back into the simulation. Because they were both like starting to... He was questioning and Wanda was like, hey, no, wait a minute, hold on, and then bam, that happens, and she's right back in the simulation, and we're probably going right back into another 90s themed episode now. Like, please don't sweat on my horns. I didn't question it, just didn't like it. Oh, Mind Freak didn't like it. Danny was like, that twist. Yeah, I love it. I love it, and the reason I love it is because this opens up the multiverse, like you said. your Spider-Mans. We can bring the Spider-Mans into the universe.
Oh yeah.
We can. The multiverse of madness is basically going to get triggered by this. We know that. And Magneto's a possibility because Evan Peters, his Quicksilver, his dad is Magneto. So does this rewrite the story? And also they hint that anything that she creates becomes the new reality in this plane. Like it's permanent.
Yeah.
Like the bulletproof suit that she made, she transformed her Kevlar vest into that suit. And that stayed that way. So Wanda can choose to create reality. So I think it's an awesome nod to House of M, and I can't freaking wait. They knocked this out the park. If you haven't seen WandaVision,
Which makes me wonder, like, does she have another stone in there?
you think she has an Infinity Stone? Or can she create one? I mean, she has the power to destroy one. Could she...
She, like, remember what they said in the show? They were like, the Mind Stone lives inside of her. That's where she got her power from.
That is
Could
a good
she
point.
create a Mind Stone and bring Vision back to life?
I think that's how she's keeping him alive right now, is through her powers within the Mind Stone.
Shit. But she came from the stone that was in the scepter. It wasn't the Mind Stone.
Right, which was the Mind Stone. Remember, Loki used it to
Loki.
control Hawkeye.
Shit. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, my brain.
Can you imagine
Watch the
my
movies!
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's like 10 years worth of data in my brain. But no, that would be next level.
Oh.
If she does bring them back, because that was creepy too. The whole bring them back to life, and the fact that the kids aren't part of the simulation. Bring them, and you could bring them back to life. Like, how do they know that she can do that? And even then, she says she can't. But I don't know if that's true. She might be able to raise the dead. Like, she doesn't know what she's capable of, and we're all finding out together in this creepy, horrible show. It's awesome. I, for one, am ecstatic as fuck and can't wait. But I think we've left Brittany out of the mix long enough. So,
Come back.
Just a quick
Come
one.
back.
One quick note. Go.
It's kind of a spoiler.
Go for it.
Yeah. So 1 month ago on the 18th, I was talking with Jared from the Jared and Jensen duo, and I almost like 1-for-1 called it. Because I messaged, like, what if he knocks on the door, Evan Peters is like, I'm your brother, and then, like, a soap opera gasp, Wanda slams the door, knock, and it's Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Ooh, that
just like...
So you were really close. You straight up called the Evan
Yeah.
Peters reveal and just didn't get the door slam. That's cool. That would have... Yeah, a door slam would have been cool, and the fact that Aaron Taylor Johnson would be there. Because I do love his Quicksilver. I'm sorry. I know... Evan Peters is an amazing Quicksilver, and many people like him over, but I like the other one. I just do.
He gets nerfed a lot in the movies. Like, he'll do something amazing, and then someone just like takes him out in a way that shouldn't have happened, or he just gets sidelined.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Apocalypse. So
100%. 100. All right, let's get Brittany back in here. Brittany. We'll just all wave to come on back. Come on back, Brittany. Come on back. We got it.
Brittany, come back.
Brittany, come back. Wee. You can blame it all on me. We got off on a tangent. Don't mind us, Britt. Thank you for...
You're right. I was just like, okay, I guess
I'm sorry. I didn't want to ruin anything for you. But we're on...
you're
on
fine.
to Jared Leto's Joker reveal. Holy shit, that dude's scary. And since we did all the talking on the last one, Brittany, what are your thoughts on this new look at this new Joker?
I'm excited. I already said that I like Jared Leto in general as a Joker, but I think he'll finally get to play into the role that he wanted to as Joker, and I think he's really going to shine because he's going to be able to be how he kind of wanted to go with it 100%. From the get-go. So
yeah, I think he's really dark and nightmarish in this one. I think that's where the scene happens. I think that it's a nightmare scenario, and Batman's going to have a combo with him in his nightmare. So we get a much darker Joker in this one.
He looks like, it reminds me of like almost like Scarecrow a bit, just very
Oh
Like
yeah,
I don't know, like very just dark, dreary, and I'm
Yes,
just
I
like,
can't wait
ooh.
to see that scene.
it does kind of.
Trey's pointed it out right now. The walls look very similar in these shots. Like they're in the same room and he's talking to the Joker in this conversation. So I want to see what that nightmare scene ends up being. What'd you think about it, Nicholas? What are your thoughts on Jared Leto as the Joker looking like that?
I thought Jared Leto had good of what the Joker should be. It's just he didn't get much of that in Suicide Squad. Like he was in it and then just taken out randomly. But I think with how he looks now, and since it's a nightmare scene, so hopefully his Joker and hopefully all that dirt and grime on his thing is just after Ben Affleck just wailing on Jared Leto.
Yes, that'd be cool. Like similar to the scene where Bale beat up interrogating the Joker in the other film. That would be cool. And Jared Leto's still just
Well, the way he's sitting in the chair, it almost looks like he's just like, all right, fine, fuck it. Like, you want to talk about this? Like, let's, like, that's
There's
what
so
his
many times
posture is.
Yeah.
It looks like he's like exhausted and he's like fine. Like he's at this fine moment.
We'll chat.
That actually makes me think that Batman's recruiting him now that I think about it.
Well, with somebody like Darkseid coming, you need all hands on deck. And it wouldn't be the first time that they've had to recruit villains to take on something like that. So
can't control
I think
someone
King
like
Shark could take Darkseid.
That's very true.
King Shark.
Yeah, but it's just like whenever they like try to talk to serial killers and stuff and ask them when there is a serial killer, like ask them because they think they'll have some kind of insight onto that. So maybe Batman's going to him like, hey, we're trying to handle this. What would you do?
Yeah.
Call me a video game weeb, but I really want it to be like almost like the Injustice line, like why did you kill Lois?
Ooh. Oh, and he's the one that drives Superman off the edge.
Right, just like in the Injustice line.
Oh, that
would be a great nightmare scenario. That's not video game weeb, my dude. That is just, and it's perfect for Jared Leto's Joker. That I would fall in love with him after that if he kills Lois.
Okay, can you repeat this just one more time for me because I'm just a little confused. I think that flew right over me.
Tell it, Trey. Oh, well, basically, what happens is Lois Lane's death leads to Superman losing his shit and becoming the Superman in Injustice that actually just becomes a tyrant. Like he's lost the only person he's ever loved, so he becomes evil. So in this nightmare scenario, Joker's the one that triggers that, and Joker would kill Lois Lane.
We see that for a bit when Superman like literally like sticks his arm into Batman's like chest.
And he's the villain, and remember he takes his cowl off, and he's a villain in that nightmare scenario. What would make him a villain? The death of Lois Lane is the only thing that would make him a villain, and Joker would be the perfect guy to trigger that and cause him to go off the deep end.
Lois, that's where y'all keep getting me confused. Lois Lane is Superman.
Yes.
Right.
Woman.
Right.
And you keep saying that if Joker kills Lois Lane, which means Joker would be killing Superman's girl, how would that affect Batman and Joker?
Because at that point, Brittany, when Superman has lost his mind, he's like the ruler of the world at that point. Like he is the force to beat. So Batman, even more so than before, is like, we have to kill this guy. This is what I was afraid of, that he would take over our planet as this super god.
That's the nightmare scenario he has. Okay. When the Flash comes through.
And Joker's the one who killed Lois?
That's what we're theorizing.
Right, because he wanted to show that even Superman can be broken. All it takes is just one bad day.
That would be so good. I hope that's the scenario we're getting. But it's a nightmare, remember. Yeah, it's a nightmare. It's a glimpse of the future. It's not really happening or real, but it is a nightmare that may give pause to resurrecting Superman.
I just want...
It's a possible future.
Right. I want this scene so much, though, because like every time we see Joker, and like my favorite scenes in the animated movies with Joker, like we first see him in a jail cell, and he's just messing with the guards. He's messing with Batman. He's like in his element. He's like, I'm going to break out of here any minute now. So yeah, I think this would just be this desperate plea moment, because we've yet to see Batman and this Jared Leto Joker have an interaction other than Batman on top of the car and Jared Leto like trying to shoot him and laugh at him. Like,
Yeah,
I want
Yes,
a back
I
and
want that
forth.
intelligent conversation, that manipulation, that mental chess game, the Moriarty Sherlock Holmes definitely is what I want from this. But we have, not only did we get that glimpse over the weekend, we got the Super Bowl. So
Yeah.
extremely
I was at
well, it was
work.
an extremely underwhelming game. You didn't miss anything except for this cocaine thing here. The weekend the weekend performed, and I'm gonna go around the corner. Just one word answer: yeah or eh for his performance. Starting with Brittany, yeah or eh. All right, Nicholas, yeah or eh. And Trey, yeah or eh.
Yeah.
I rewatched it. Yeah, I
just
rewatched
watched
it
it
before
again
the show
before the
too,
show.
and I'm gonna say eh. I'm gonna say eh. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No.
He's
I
great.
liked it even more.
You know why?
I wanna know why.
say yes. Because it was not just a beautiful performance by him, but tons of other people, but mostly the cameraman that was with him in the tunnel, because he's over here grabbing and during that whole inside and spinning around. And all I can think of is just like the Jerry Springer camera guy that's like, Jesus Christ, like, man.
You are not the
It
father.
reminded me of,
You know what I mean? Like, it just like he's just like spinning them around and going back and forth. I'm like, if I was a cameraman, man, like I'm gonna fucking throw up if you don't stop.
You know,
when he grabbed the camera, it reminded me of iCarly.
yes, definitely an iCarly moment. But you know what? You know what I watched back? I think that was a cut scene. I don't think that was happening live. His in-tunnel performance.
Okay. I was about to say.
Yeah, no, I think that was pre-filmed and cut so he can get a break in the performance and go to the top. And because he went up pretty quick. Like, he pops out the top of that tower set really fast. I think he was getting up there.
They can't build a
And
little elevator one.
They could, but I don't think that's what happened. I
It's
think it was a
magic.
pre-film cut.
It's
And I get it.
show
I get that. I
business.
just it took something away from the performance for me that he wasn't doing that live. I think he was getting up to the top. What?
You know what it was? You know what it was? Not having crowds trying to grab him and everything right at the edge of the stage.
Yeah, it did pump up a little bit when he got on the field and had all those dancers running around. That was pretty cool. And his vocal performance, I'm not taking anything away from him vocally, but I'm sorry, we ruined it by watching the other past Super Bowl performances. We watched Lady Gaga, and it was like, oh shit.
They didn't have all the ropes and hurdles he had to
it's
go
like,
over.
oh shit. It's just, there's no way to look back and think, man, the weekend.
The amount of restrictions with like COVID and everything, they did
Yes.
with what they
Yes.
could.
Exactly.
And it was good for what they had to jump through. It was brilliant for what they had to jump
Good as Lady Gaga? No. Was he good as Katy Perry? No. Like, I'm sorry, the ladies have been running the game for the past few years at the Super Bowl. I mean, look at Shakira and J-Lo.
I think if they really wanted to go COVID safe, they should have just played Sweet Victory.
Yeah, they're just all SpongeBob.
Just SpongeBob
Exactly.
comes to the Super Bowl.
I was
We
waiting
should have
for
done it. We should have got that redemption this time around, and that would have been fine. All right, so we got 2 ands and 2 yes. It sounds pretty divided, but that's the opinion I've got from a lot of people. It generally seems like boomers are in the and category, though. A lot of boomers I know.
They don't know who he is.
Our friend at work straight up was like,
So
That's that Michael Jackson
no,
movie.
our friend at work was like, who the fuck is The Weeknd? Is that really an artist name? Like,
it's what comes out
yeah.
Friday.
he legit had no idea who The Weeknd was. And I was like, you like the Spider-Verse movie, right? He's like, yeah. He sang in the Spider-Verse movie. Oh, all right.
Wait,
Yeah, he does
He
the
did?
song with Post Malone. No,
No,
that's not
Sunflower?
Sunflower.
not Sunflower.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
Sway Lee.
No, he was he not in the Spider-Verse soundtrack? I'm pretty positive he was. I'm thinking of the,
It's the one when he's in the full. When he's in his full suit.
what's, When he takes the plunge.
When Miles is
Yes,
finally
yes,
in
yes,
his
yes,
full
yes.
suit.
When he jumps off the building, and yes.
Oh, What's Up, Danger?
What's Up, Dangers?
No, that's Black
Are
Way
you
and Black
fucking shitting me?
Caviar.
The Weeknd is in there. Did I get it confused? He's not in the Spider-Verse soundtrack?
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
Juan.
How
Hey,
is
Juan.
Is?
You know
Really?
what? He's in the Black Panther soundtrack.
Sure.
I got my soundtracks mixed up.
Okay.
I got my soundtracks mixed up. Well, either way, he heard him in the Black Panther
So like we
soundtrack.
were saying, magic.
Yeah, Nicholas was here
I
before you
know.
lied to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for that one. I'm sorry. You know
what? I'm
what?
gonna be Juan now.
Anytime Spider-Man is brought up, I'm just like, wait.
Let me go on
on
my
the
Wikipedia. Well, I'm glad you were here to fact check because I was lying to the whole world.
I don't know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
you know
I
what?
think
You know
we can't use Spider-Verse.
I'm a boomer. That's why I said eh. That's what it is. That's me. Eh. I don't like the Weeknd.
I don't like the
Who
Weeknd.
the
I don't even
Weeknd?
know who that is. I didn't even
Not
know
a
he was
boomer.
in the Black Panther movie.
I'm done. Next topic. I'm out of here. No, what was? All right, I do want to ask. What was your favorite, Nicholas? What was your favorite Super Bowl commercial?
There was, what was it? They had a bunch of like. At first, I was gonna say the
Yeah.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier one, but then I'm like, oh
Yeah,
wait. They had one where they referenced Sweet Victory. I can't remember what the whole commercial was. All I know is I saw SpongeBob, and I'm like, this is the best thing ever.
So you like the SpongeBob one?
I think that was the Paramount commercial.
Yes.
Their streaming service.
Paramount.
Oh
Paramount
yeah, Paramount Plus.
It's Patrick Stewart.
Yes.
everybody.
What about you, Trey?
That was
Who's your
hilarious.
favorite?
It's my favorite. Got me all hot and bothered. It was the Alexis one
Alexa,
with
Michael B. Jordan.
I just want Snapchat or TikTok or Instagram to come out with the spinning eye filters so I can look, I can just like start reading audiobooks like that and just be like, I'm Michael B.
Yes.
Jordan.
That would be a dope TikTok filter. Just totally make
Porn.
some porn out of it. Weeb porn. Definitely. Brittany, what was your favorite commercial?
I literally could only remember
Well, that's
two
good. Those are the ones that
commercials,
stood out.
and that was one of them. And the other one that I remembered is the one with Matthew McConaughey for the
3D
3D Doritos when he goes inside
The
the
all
vending
new, never
machine.
before on Earth released 3D Doritos 3D, right?
But has been in the past.
There were people who were upset.
Aren't the
Yeah, because
3D
they've been here before, but they're saying all new 3D Doritos. Like it's the first time they've ever existed.
I saw that. I
3D
thought that
Doritos
they
were
the
out
old
when
corn
Mountain-
chips.
They had what was it, Blue Mountain Dew or whatever it was. Those
Yeah,
were out
yeah.
at the same time.
That's around the same time period. Mine was Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Woo!
That one was great.
With Cardi B. Yeah, eat
baby.
local.
Losing it. Eat local.
I still want to
Yes,
see a
I
movie of that.
100%.
Oh,
100% want a
baby.
Wayne's World movie.
we'll sign.
Yes.
We'll get a petition going.
I don't know. They look pretty freaking old in that.
That could
be the
whole joke of it.
But
Yeah, Bill and Ted 3
Exactly.
gonna
Exactly. If we got
happen.
Bill and Ted 3, we could do a Wayne's World
True.
3. Let's make it happen. Finally, we're wrapping up with our Tales from the Interwebs. So that's our last topic. Tales from the Interwebs. We'll start with the Gorilla Glue story. What do you say?
How about
Okay,
the
we'll
latest
start with the latest news and we'll end with the Gorilla Glue. Gina Carano is fired from The Mandalorian.
Is that like
Yeah, is that an
Why?
official news release, Britt? Where'd you see that one?
so it is from Lucasfilms, so it is an
Ooh.
official.
ooh?
And I don't know if it's necessarily being fired, but she is not under contract nor employed with Lucasfilms and has nothing in the future with Lucasfilms.
They,
So in turn,
wrote-
she does not
so they
work
wrote her
for
out of the story,
Lucasfilms
yeah.
or The Mandalorian.
they wrote her out of The Mandalorian.
I think so.
I'm not
They're probably like, the people aren't feeling
I'm
it.
not okay with this.
I had an idea. I saw the tag on
I really wasn't
Twitter.
a huge fan, to be perfectly honest.
I can't talk to you right now, Brittany. You're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart.
I don't like her acting. I find it hard to connect with.
Well,
Sorry.
here's what you can do. So you can just pretend that Phasma in the sequel trilogy is just an evil Cara Dune.
I like Cara Dune though.
We don't see her face.
True. She just lives that long? Isn't that like super long in the timeline? So Phasma's like an 80-year-old Cara Dune.
Like 25 years after that.
Either way,
something like
still.
That. That's why Cara Dune was a
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, then. That's my new fan fiction. Phasma is Cara Dune. Mystery solved. We don't need a backstory, Lucasfilms. We already wrote it. I don't agree with it. Because I honestly think it was because of her tweets and her position and her beliefs that she's made vocal. I think that honestly believe that's why. Because a lot of people were calling for her to be fired for her views, and I think that's the situation we have on our hands, is they fired her for that. Granted, they may have just wrote her out of the story and don't need her anymore in The Mandalorian, but she was a popular character until people started getting upset and tweeting about her views and retweeting her stuff and telling Disney, you employ somebody like this. They put a lot of pressure on Disney, and we all saw what happened with James Gunn. Wasn't a fan of this. Wasn't a fan of that then. I'm sorry, but I do not think it's cool. What's up, Rip?
I kind of...
I was just going to say, like, I'm pretty positive Disney has, like, a pretty stickler contract about, like, what, like, once you work for Disney in, like, the film industry, like, you are a representation of Disney, and you will act accordingly, which means you won't go on social media and post things like that. And I think that's what keeps happening with all these actors. They sign these contracts agreeing that they're not going to do all this shit all over social media because they're a representation of Disney, and then they get a little too big for their britches, and then Disney's like, we had a deal. You're not supposed to do that. See, you wrote right here that you were fired.
What are your thoughts, Nicholas?
Well, I kind of already thought that they were writing her either out of The Mandalorian and just in general, or to another show, because we've all seen season 2, right?
Yeah, you're not going to spoil anything for us.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, like, when she was offered the job for the Alliance, I kind of thought she was going to go to one of the other shows, whether it be the Book of Boba Fett, the Ahsoka Tano TV show, or just, be a background character in a future movie.
I think that would work because it's still within the timeline. She could work in the Ahsoka. She could make cameos in those. So maybe we'll have her in that capacity. But you're right. They were already writing her into her position, and it wasn't looking like she was going to be a part of The Mandalorian. But I think we'll see Carl Weathers next season, and it'll be kind of bummy that she's not in there with Carl Weathers. Because we like...
Yeah.
I also think that they're going really strong with, like, the Clone Wars, like, stories. So I feel like that's really where we're geared at right now, like lots of that Clone War type of storyline. And she doesn't really fit in the universe. No. You know what I mean?
You're right. That hopefully that's the case, and it's not because of her beliefs and her getting out of Disney line. But we saw it with Brie Larson when Disney had to tell her to chill with her views. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. But that wasn't the only tale from the internet, like we were saying. Somebody gorilla glued their hair. Don't do that, kids. Do not gorilla glue anything.
We can't make this stuff up. So she used gorilla glue, and she laid that hair down, and it stayed like that for a month solid.
Yeah.
Until she finally went to go and do it, and then she tried to soak in oil, lotion, all this stuff, and so now she's trying to sue Gorilla Glue.
Actually, she's not,
because on the warning label, it does not say anywhere that you cannot put it in your hair. It says your skin, your eyes, but it doesn't say anything about your hair. So
I just saw an interview with her.
She was yesterday.
Yeah, I just saw an interview with her before the show. That was a rumor that TMZ released. But it was unofficial. She said she's never spoke to an attorney. So she's kind of weirded out by all these rumors that are starting because she's like, I've never said anything. I've never seeked legal. The only thing I did was create the GoFundMe.
She's already been paid by Gorilla Glue.
That's possible too, but she's got the GoFundMe.
I'm just saying.
Gorilla Glue is like, look. How much you gonna take? Okay?
I'm just saying they're missing out on a golden.
Tell them that you weren't even gonna do nothing.
They're missing out on a golden opportunity right now. This is Gorilla Glue's time to transfer into hair products.
Make that
No.
make that a commercial. Gorilla Glue so strong, you'll never get your hair back. Like,
Yeah, no, she's
Just saying, maybe start making some hair.
they're having to wash it with acetone. And she's
hairspray.
like getting chemical burns, so she might not get hair on certain parts of her scalp.
oh, I don't know what ignorant hairdresser thought that acetone was a great idea to stick on your head, because that was probably the worst thing you could put
Well,
on
that's
it.
what the hospital was
Like,
doing.
the
It was
worst
doing
thing.
an acetone wipe with a saline to cool it down when the burning started. And that was what the hospital used. So they sent her home with a bunch of it because they're like, if we stay here, we're going to be doing this for 20 hours. So she's like, I can go and do it from home. Just give me the stuff.
What she should have done, at least what I would have
Ooh, Brittany.
recommended, and mind you, I've never really had to deal with Gorilla Glue on somebody's hair, but I've also used Gorilla Glue though, however, to make wigs.
Ooh.
So what I would have done is Gooby Gone, let that shit soak for at least 24 hours. And instead of a normal hairbrush or like a small bristle brush, go get one of those brushes that you use for kids that have
Oh,
lice.
shit.
With,
Yeah.
like the tiniest
Yeah.
little
Like a
freaking
dog
thing,
flea comb.
and slowly scrape it off. That would be your only way, because acetone, I mean, that much acetone over and over and over again is eventually going to eat at your skin, especially with the chemical already on your head. You need something more gentle. You need something with an oil base, something that can slide it off instead of trying to dissolve it.
So at this point, does she have any chance of actually saving her hair?
Parts of her hair.
Well,
Absolutely not.
they were
What's that, Nick?
they were able to get
Yes.
the ponytail off. They were able to get the ponytail off as last I saw, which
I
I
would-
think can be used as a weapon at this point.
Yeah. I would just imagine I'd want to be bald after
And
that.
she
just like
she
start
tried.
from
The
ground
razor
zero.
wouldn't take.
I literally went to school for this. Like, I have a hair license, and to hear someone actually think about putting fucking glue in their hair just mortifies me. And
She
she
was
put
like-
so much. It did not move for a month.
I bet she looked good on that day though. It was just like slick and it just held the whole time.
She did. Hopefully, she doesn't even want the following though. She's all, I just want this to be over. I'm so over it. She has 400,000
embarrassed.
followers. They're saying really mean things about her. She seems like a very sweet girl. She doesn't want money. She doesn't want attention. She's not doing this for the clout. Beyonce's hairdresser offered her a custom wig. She's getting all kinds of offers, support from celebs who are pointing out the extremes that black women have to go to because they're taught to be ashamed of their natural hair, that it's unkept if you just rock your natural hair. So a lot of celebs are reaching out and trying to extend some help. She was like, I don't want to accept anything because I don't want to be seen as, oh, that's why she did it. She did it for the clout, or she did it for the gifts, or she did it for the money. When she's like, I just ran out of hairspray, like straight up. It was just a mistake. I would never do it again. I learned my lesson.
I'm telling you, she needs to be a Gorilla Glue sponsor now. She'll be the new spokesperson for them. She'll do the
Here's how to
commercials.
not use it. Yeah.
Turn this around.
Like, listen, okay, instead of taking us to court and suing us, you could do that. How about we put you in a commercial, and then every time that commercial airs, you get paid. So we're just consistently paying you for the rest of your life. How's that
You're
sound?
like the flow of like, what's it called?
Gorilla Glue.
But, no.
Yeah.
Just
You're
a
on
gorilla
flow.
warning is just her. Just being like, don't do this.
Yes. Very simple.
Does not-
Don't do this. You can make that a
Yeah.
YouTube ad. It's 10 seconds. Don't do this.
What was the one TikTok audio that was like, my name's so and so, my life
Yes,
is crazy.
yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, hi. My name's That's right. And
Hi,
my
my
In
name
my
is so
life.
and so, and I put Gorilla Glue in my hair, and now my life is
Yes.
crazy.
Yes, I'm with it. I'm with it. The internet, folks, we can't make this stuff up. Segment of Tales from the Interwebs. A person in a Zoom deposition, an attorney in a Zoom deposition, put a cat filter on his face on Zoom and could not turn it off for the life of him. The judge is trying hard not to laugh. Yes.
Is there a video
yes,
of it?
Trey will send it to you. The judge is trying so hard not to laugh.
Please,
And
for
he's
the
like-
love of God.
He's like, I don't know how to turn it off. And his eyes are moving, and the cat's eyes are moving. And he's like, I'm sorry, Judge. I don't know how this turned on, and I can't turn it off. And they're like trying to explain to him how to turn it off. But he's, for the life of him, can't turn off the cat filter, and he's just struggling with life. So, once you see the video.
Can you imagine that in other court
Yes.
situation? Just someone with a cat filter. I'm here for full custody of my cat. Here he is.
Yeah, dude,
Oh my God.
and it's so funny because this is happening. Trey and I see things like this.
What this right here in the history books for what it was like and what people had to go
Oh
through
my
back
God,
in
for
2020.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Like Trey and I see things like this. We see
You're right.
Zoom calls on the reg. So, and we see them on YouTube too. Like students who turn filters on their teachers. Like Zoom is a wild, wild west right now, man. You see some wild, hilarious shit on there. So,
One with the teacher in the middle, and it's like all Brady Bunch looking, where they're doing all stuff in unison.
and there's pranks where kids just all strike and they act like they freeze, and their teacher's like, guys, and then she'll log off. Yeah.
Oh come on, guys! We're trying to do the
So,
lesson
yeah,
here.
I'm loving the Zoom pranks.
You dang-
They were really
dang
big on
kids.
TikTok for a while. There was a lot of Zoom pranks and university pranks and all kinds of stuff on Zoom.
I don't know.
favorite-
The
my
kid.
favorite
I
lady
kept
been,
wanting.
Yeah,
That
you
already
gotta
makes me
watch
laugh.
it. You gotta
God
watch
bless.
it.
I love Tom Holland's recent post of his
Yes.
his press tour conferences
He's
of
just
him
got
sitting
no
with
pants
just no
on.
pants
Tom
on.
Holland's in a nice sports coat, a button-up T-shirt with no pants, just doing press.
I forget which Rooster brother it was, but he did the same thing. He was like following. It's like, thanks for the tips, Tom. And he's doing the same thing, just the jacket on, no
last
pants,
topic, do we
socks.
believe Tom Holland when he says Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are not in the Spider-Man movie? He said no,
Ooh.
they're not in the movie. They're continuing with the Spider-Man films they're making. What do you think, Nicholas? You're our Spider-Man guy. Do you believe him?
I believe him to a point, because with the, like, I'm sure like Kevin Feige just has like a Nerf gun at his head, and Tom thinks it's real because acting.
Because acting.
So I think with how specific the wording is, I think they're probably filming 2 movies at once, like how they filmed Endgame and Infinity War. So I think it's probably a live-action Spider-Verse movie, or maybe a post-credit scene, because a post-credit scene won't count
Yeah,
as
so he's telling
the
a
movie.
half-truth is what you're... I can see that. I could definitely
That would
see
be
him
nuts.
telling a half-truth, and we're going to get that still. Yeah. So hopefully that's the
back.
case. What? Trey stuck? No?
No, I said Trey's back because he was
Oh, he was glitchy.
Oh,
he
yeah, I
had
was-
his camera off.
There we go. It was the
came
cat.
from the
Trey was a
cats.
cat for a little bit. He's
I-
back now.
I think he announced exactly whatever his publicist told him to.
Yes. It seems too like
I think
straightforward.
he pretends like he's like the little spoiler or whatever, but I think he does exactly what he's told now. He's old enough now. He's done enough interviews now. I don't think he really makes those mistakes anymore.
Yeah.
So I think he plays on it like a joke.
I don't know. Mark
like-
Ruffalo's really bad with
Oh
spoilers.
no, I don't know.
Him and Mark Ruffalo apparently aren't allowed to do interviews without one more castmate. Because Mark Ruffalo spoils just as many things as Tom Holland does, and he's way older. His is more of a boomer spoiler. Didn't he die in this one? No. I mean, no. Yeah, and Don Cheadle's just like, "Oh, shit, shut up.
He almost messes that joke up in the interview with him and Don Cheadle, because at first he's about to say half of everyone dies, but he fixes it and says everyone
Yes.
dies. Because you see him say half, and then he's like,
yes,
wait.
exactly. Like he's a spoiler trap too, so you can't tell them anything. But yeah, that's the show. That's the news of the week, guys. We want to thank at Telamations, Nicholas, for being on the show and being a guest, man. Is there any shout outs, or where can they find you on TikTok? Where
TELAMATION, the same thing with an underscore. I'm not sure if they're still in the Twitch chat, but I just wanted to wish my friend's son a